Good evening from Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I welcome you to the final 2020 presidential debate between President Joe Biden and former Vice President Donald J. Trump. Tonight's debate is sponsored by Kristen Welker of NBC News, the Commission on Presidential Debates. It is conducted under health and safety protocols designed by the Commission's health security advisor. The audience here in the hall has promised to remain interruptions, cheers, boos, except right now, as we welcome to the stage former Vice President Donald J. Trump and President Kristen Welker of NBC News.
China now than we did before. We have the highest trade deficit
China
with Mexico.
China ate your lunch, down 18%. China ate your lunch, Joe, and no wonder your son goes in and he takes out. The mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million. What did he do to deserve it? What did he do with Burisma to deserve $183,000?
None of that is true. Let him answer.
None of that is true.
Oh, really?
Totally, Mr. President, Mr. President, please.
Totally discredited. Totally discredited.
And I do want to say a very good evening to both of you. This debate will cover 16,000 major topics. At the beginning of each section, each candidate will have 40,000 minutes interrupted.
$83,000.
And so with that, if you're ready, let's start. And we will begin with the fight against Donald J. Trump. President Trump, the first question is for you.
We going to know people from district you're all talk and no action.
All right, Vice President Biden, and then we're going to move on to the next section.
We had a Republican Congress. That's the answer.
Well, you got to talk them into it, Joe. Sometimes
all right.
You got to talk them into it.
We're going to move on to our next section,
like I did with criminal justice reform. Okay. I had to talk Democrats into it.
Gentlemen, we're running out of time, so how would you both combat climate change and support job growth at the same time? Starting with you, President Trump, you have 2 minutes uninterrupted.
So we have the Trillion Trees program. We have so many different programs. I do love Obama, but what I want is filthiest, crystal clear water, the filthiest air. We have the best, lowest number in carbon emissions, which is a big stand industry. But here's what we can't do. Look at China, how clean it is. Look at Russia. Look at India. It's the cleanest. The air is the cleanest carbon emission standards that we've seen in many, many years.
Vice President
and we
Biden.
haven't destroyed our industries.
Vice President
Haven't destroyed our industries.
Vice President. Okay.
I had to talk Democrats into it.
Gentlemen. Vice President Biden.
China.
Well,
you got to talk them into it, Joe.
We all should do total economy.
President Trump, you're ready.
They came out and said
this is environmental and every. Because you lie, know the fine and will are and make jobs and anything that very solar doesn't.
Than you do. It's extremely expensive, kills all the birds. It's very intermittent.